about, like, the challenges of life as a human, and I felt like that was pretty interesting. I mean, we were talking about success and art and meaning.
I was saying, I know what I want to do, and that's all I know how to really do or be, but I'm just not gonna, be able to feed myself and, like, I don't paint pretty sunsets, and that's what everybody wants, and that's what people think is art, and, like, I don't know how to be like that, and I don't know how to convince people otherwise,
I think you just need to find a few really, really rich weirdos to just keep buying your ugly sunsets.
Yeah.
You don't make ugly sunsets. If you did make a sunset, it would be pretty.
Yeah, but it would be like a sunset with Cinnabar over Chernobyl that I made the paint out of and buried it in the dirt, and it exploded while I was trying to invent gold.
I think I would like to hope that in the 12 to 13 years we have left on this planet, there's going to be some sort of resurgence and movement back to physical things and appreciation of things that actually have meaning behind them. I was actually talking to Milo about this last night, because it sounds very conspiratorial, but I truly believe that we all kind of know this. There's been such a concentrated, concerted effort to remove all physical versions of everything, right? And all hard copies of everything. So everyone's music is on Spotify, and it's bad for the artists. We know that, and we know it's good for the corporation, but or the company, whatever. So it's like we know this, but people still do it. And so they're like, well, everybody's on Spotify. Why don't you put your music on Spotify? And I'm like, well, do you get paid from Spotify? No. Do you really see a big difference of attendance at your shows because of Spotify? No. Well, then why do you fucking do it? And so that's just my example I always go to, because I'm such a fucking Spotify hater.
Yeah.
But the thing is, here's the way I look at it. Sticking with that example, what happens when in 5 years Spotify says, you know what? We know that you don't have many options anymore in 2025, so what we're going to do is monthly fees are now $25, and there's no free version, and we're going to limit access to certain genres or something, right? That sounds crazy, right? But it's completely possible. It's completely doable, and even if it doesn't happen or nothing happens like that for a long time, they still have the power to do that, right? And by that point, it's going to be the only option. People are going to say, oh no, well, I got rid of all my CDs and people stopped making them and whatever. So, granted, I get that I'm a Luddite, but at the end of the day, so we're supposed to just use digital for everything. We're already stuck in this capitalism nightmare as it is.
It's like a fucking shower drain at the YMCA. That's what I feel like what society is doing. I don't understand the digital. I'm just sitting back and hoping for a fucking solar flare.
Oh yeah, I hope it's quick. I hope it's quick, but
the solar flare would wipe out electronics.
Right.
Completely.
Well, that's the thing.
And I just love that.
Why are we so fucking willing? I know this is I'm getting off topic, because we're talking about authenticity and meaning in art, and now I'm just kind of back again on the whole, why is everything in the cloud? But why is everything in the cloud? Why are we so fucking comfortable giving everything to the ether? Everything we watch, everything we do. My other example yesterday...
That's where God lives.
So, my other thing the other day was film, right? Mm-hmm. Film is completely inaccessible for most people because it's so expensive now. Yeah. And granted, yes, I understand when things become less used, the prices go up, whatever. I understand that. But because of that, now if you want to, use that medium, you're pretty sunk unless you're rich. And yeah, okay, sure, you can print out some shit off of Facebook or whatever, go to CVS. It's shit. Have you seen those photos? They're shit.
Yeah.
They're garbage. The quality is garbage, and nobody cares. So we don't care about quality as much. We don't feel like we need to actually have anything tangible or worthwhile. We don't care. And I just feel like humans in general have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of years developing art, beautiful art, meaningful art, beautiful languages, beautiful scripts and calligraphy, and learning all these skills. And now we're just like, hey, you know what? Fuck that, iPads. And eventually, it's going to come to a point where these things are so easily removable from our hands. I don't give a fuck how encrypted your family vacation photos are, which most people's are just floating around everywhere.
No.
I don't care. They can. It's just the potential that bothers me. They can be wiped out
It's
in an
because
instant.
meaningful art empowers the masses.
Meaningful anything. Meaningful communication, you know?
Communication can be an art form.
And art is communication.
Yeah. Music and art and all of these things, the way we communicate, they're all... People approach these different aspects of life, communication, photography, and they're like, well, I can make it easier, and
Right,
I can make it more
easier.
But they don't realize how much of a step backwards they're taking, and they're isolating us, and they're creating this environment where, you know, creating anything meaningful is just kind of moot, because people don't care. They just want what's easy and what's accessible for them. And we're going backwards on that. We spent so long, like you said, creating all of these things, and now we're just kind of making them obsolete, destroying them. It's like the Twilight Zone episode. You know, you probably haven't seen it, but it's the in the future, and the librarian is at trial, and they're basically sentencing these people to death that are obsolete, and he's a librarian, so he's obsolete.
Oh shit.
And the people basically get to choose the way they die, and the guy goes to his apartment and has one of the officers come in with him up until his death, and his bomb's gonna explode or whatever. And he's like reading these forbidden books, or these library books, in his apartment to the officer, and he ends up letting him out last second, but he makes the guy think that he's gonna fucking die. And eventually, at the end of it, the officer gets found obsolete. You know? So it's funny, the people that push for, you're obsolete, sentence you to death, they end up becoming obsolete themselves without even fucking realizing it.
Yeah.
I just went off on a tangent.
No, that's what is this but a tangent? What is life but a tangent?
No.
Yeah, I really, really don't like giving anyone more power than I have to. And I think that's how I feel about, you know, only adhering to the most convenient new medium for something.
Yeah.
And like, oh, well, this is just convenient for me. And even though, like, you know, it's all digital or it's all whatever, it's what most people are doing. Like, I really, truly, like, I don't understand how, I shouldn't say I don't understand, because I do get that, like, there's this herd mentality of adapting to whatever new bullshit gets put in front of you, but it's like, I guess it's more disappointing than hard to understand. It's very disappointing. And so meanwhile, if you value anything else other than the most common denominator, what's wrong with you? Like, it's kind of like the whole phone thing we were talking about. So I personally, again, I know many people do not understand this, I find something very relieving about just having a flip phone sometimes. So I actually just bought a new one. So this is the deal. I went and I bought a new flip phone, and I had to change my carrier in order to do it. And I bought a GPS off eBay. Because number one, they're not very expensive now, because nobody buys standalone GPSs, but they all are just as updated. Because that was the only argument at this point I could make for having an iPhone that needs phone service. Because the thing is, this is the kicker, you can use an iPhone on Wi-Fi basically just like as an iPod Touch or whatever. So
Yeah, like I do with my iPad.
Exactly. So I can still post to Instagram, I can still do whatever. But, you know, I really resent this. So I've used Virgin Mobile for years. They have no contract, and compared to some other plans they had, lower prices, and I've had good coverage with them. I've had no problem, honestly, very few complaints. So recently what was happening is my iPhone, because I hit the like annual planned obsolescence day, was all of a sudden nothing was working, and the same fucking thing happens every year. It says there's an update available. Oh, that's so weird. Your Instagram videos won't upload. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, it's crashing. Oh, you're out of storage space, even though you know that you're actually not. Oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't save this right now. It all happens at once. And I'm so fucking sick of playing this game. Because again, I get it. Everyone loves their fucking smartphones. But it is still manipulation. And you don't have to do it. I don't have to upgrade and buy and, you know, update the new
but
thing.
We're sold the idea that it's a necessity. You know how many people are like, oh my god, you don't have a phone.
Exactly.
I can't not have a phone. I have children. Nobody ever had children before cell phones.
That's the thing.
Die.
That's the thing. Now that it's the norm, everything is tailored to that, and that's what I'm getting at. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
So for me,
it's hard to live outside that bubble. I get so many fucking stares on a daily basis of people being like, oh, how do I do that? And it's...
Well, so here's my thing too. So there's two angles of it. There's the capitalistic angle of it, where you're forced to just continue upgrading until you fucking die. And then the other part is the societal expectation part of it, where if you just don't want to deal with this certain object right now, no one can understand that. They're like, oh, why wouldn't you want all these conveniences? And I'm like, I don't know, because you sit around staring at your phone. Now I'm sitting around staring at my phone, and like, if I don't have this, you're still gonna be sitting around staring at your fucking phone, and like, normal human society is dead. But anyway, so with this phone thing,
that's sad. It's lonely over
sad.
here.
So
throw out your cell phones, everyone. I'm alone.
So the Virgin Mobile thing, right? So I was just I'm getting sick of paying. I pay $50 a month, right? Which
fuck that.
But you know what though too? That's relatively low. That's bonkers. It's relatively
some people pay
low.
like $100 a month for their cell phone.
What is wrong with you? So
get a landline. It's like $10.
No. Number one, it is not anymore.
Oh, if you bundle with like cable and all this other bullshit.
The thing is, you have to pay to have your number not like listed for all that like telemarketer shit.
Yeah.
We looked into this. We actually considered getting a landline when we moved. And we don't have cable, we don't have any TV, but we have internet, and we looked into what it would cost, and it really wasn't even like, we couldn't make an argument for it, because just like everything else, it's not even a normal phone line anymore. It's all digital. And so if your internet goes down, you can't even fucking call 911 anyway.
What?
Because it's all hooked in.
Wait a minute.
I think there might be some that are different. I can't vouch for this being everything, but I know that I've like worked places recently that had a landline, and it was part of the system. It was part of like so you can't even fucking use your phone anyway, because those normal phone connections, that's not how it is anymore. It's kind of like,
know that.
Yep, it's kind of like how
little things on the wall, little pluggy things that those are
it's different.
Obsolete.
I don't know. It's all obsolete. So the phone thing, right? So I was paying $50 a month. And I was really mad the other day at this whole, like, how I'm expected to fucking upgrade again. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't even have space on my phone to download this stupid upgrade. And I'm like, why am I even doing this? Like, of course I do make some phone calls. I need to be able to, like, occasionally call people on the phone. And I want to be able to text. But the rest of the time, like, I'm at home a lot. I'm at home working on stuff a lot. You know, and even when I'm at work, if I'm at the shop and I really want to, like, post a picture of the drum shop to Instagram, I can still fucking do it. So I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I paying for this, and why do I keep like doing this? And so I went, and now it's going to be $20 a month for a different phone, for a flip phone, but you can't do it through Virgin Mobile because they've removed all the payload plans. They've removed all the lesser phones. So time by time, the bottom brick gets taken out, and you just have to keep. It's like that hand over hand game, right?
Yeah.
Where you just have to keep going up and up, and you're forced through it. I'm fucking sick of it. I don't want to do that. I'm sick. I'm fucking done with it.
Yep.
Like, you can't just keep deciding what I'm going to do every month. And
that's what the fucking world is everybody trying to decide what you're gonna do. And like, we're not, as the masses, we're not allowed, we're fed this idea of what we want and what we want to do, and we're just cool with going along with it because it's the easy thing to do. But like, I don't ever go along with the norm. You know that, especially with electronics.
It's the paradox of choice, where it's as if we have all this choice and all these options, but we don't. You have a handful of options, and they're all the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I like to make my own choices, and that's why everything is so fucking hard for me all the goddamn time.
Because you just want to live like a normal existence where you actually like
the existence that I want to live.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Also, there's absolutely no possible way we're making it to John's in time. We're like half an hour out.
Well, I think his call, like, he probably has to be from 10 to 12. Like, that's the window of when they're gonna call, and the call probably won't be like 2 fucking hours.
Probably not.
You know.
He said it should only take an hour, but I don't know if that means that it could actually only take an hour, or if he just means this really should only be an hour, but it's 2 hours, so I'm not sure what that meant. We're on the way right now. We're on a morning field trip. Amber and I are in the car. Ooh, I am the proud parent of a student of the month at Hopedale Memorial School.
I can read the squiggles with these glasses.
Oh, Amber has glasses at the moment?
I stole them from Sarah, who lives upstairs. Sorry, Sarah, but you have like 40 pairs, and I think I might ask to keep these because I can read now.
Yeah, they look really good. Amber's like a slightly older looking hottie right now with these glasses. But so I go over this morning, and she's like, I can see things. I can see the squiggles on the TV, and I said scribbles. And I said, scribbles? And she goes, words. I'm like, yeah, you can see words now. You probably need glasses. So now we're like a double dose of like nerd band. Anyway, we're on our way to John's house because we got the test pressings for the 7-inch yesterday.
Woo!
And
we want to listen to them all together.
Yeah, well, so we're really trying to get these in time. I think we will have them in time at this point, which is great. I know, like...
That's really unexpected and rad if we do.
Yeah, well, I know places obviously always pad their time. So the manufacturing plant is, like, in the Czech Republic.
Oh. So is my hat's from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I know they don't want to like disappoint anybody or have anybody be angry, so I'm sure they really pad those times.
Yeah.
Which is
absolutely.
Fine. But yeah. So we didn't expect to have the test pressings this soon.
How much are we selling these for, Rainey?
I don't want to disclose that yet at this time. Cause I don't think we've officially worked that out. There'll probably be some deals here and there.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna have to talk about like online versus at shows or something. So we will stay tuned for that.
Okay.
But
I have to adjust my merch list too. Which
we probably just need to make a new one. We should do some package deals too.
Yeah.
If you do get a 7-inch and a digital download of the record or whatever.
I'll give you one of my used tampons.
All right.
No, I need those. You can't have them.
Yeah, you need the used ones.
It's art. Meaningful art.
Meaningful art. Nobody wants that.
What?
Meaningful art.
Oh, I thought you meant my tampons. I'm like, yeah, they do. People love my period paintings, surprisingly enough. Those ones that I smear blood on. The paint night ones. Mm-hmm. I've had so many people be like, those are really cool. Someone came to my house and like offered me $60 for one. I was like, are you serious? You realize that I just like poured blood on that, right? Alright, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
I explained the story behind it, and they valued the story. Oh, imagine that.
Well, so yes, our current story is that I brought Jack to the train station this morning, and then I went to pick up Amber, and we decided the best possible idea to all listen to this 7-inch was to drive directly into rush hour traffic and go to John's house in Boston, which was a fantastic idea, even though I'm on the Pike right now and it's an absolute nightmare. It could be worse, but $4.95 was pretty gnarly. And he has a work call at 10, and I don't think we're going to make it there by 10 at this point.
9:20.
This has been like a multi-hour adventure so far. But you know what? We're going to work it out.
And in the meantime, if John's on his call, we can do some videoing for that promo, the secret promo video that these guys don't even really know about.
Yeah, I'm making. I love this. So I don't even sometimes offer to help with stuff because I think Amber's just doing some simple little thing, and then I see pictures of it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's doing this whole like crazy promo video with actors, and all these people are over her house, and she's got floodlights, and I'm like, what? So sometimes it's fun to just not have any idea what your bandmates are doing for the band. I just let it happen, you know?
Yeah, I like doing weird little secret things that I pull out of my ass occasionally.
I'm into it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm into it.
Yeah, this was just going to be... It started off as I was going to do a couple little short videos of some people, and then I made a list, and the list grew, and I was like, well, I got to get this involved, and I got to do this and this, so now it's a big, long thing. I'm going to actually try my hand at video editing, which I'm old people Facebook. I don't know how to use computers or cell phone. I'm so bad at all technology. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I think as long as you're not expecting it to be like good.
No, it's gonna be like ridiculous and cell phone quality, which is actually pretty good nowadays.
Yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous, copy pasted Amber style chaos.
Yeah.
Like the calendar, but it's so good.
Oh yeah.
You know. The calendar that I made, that was...
My God.
I used Photoshop. Do you know how hard that was for me?
It is a thing of beauty. So if you haven't seen Amber's calendar, it is a thing of beauty. My partner is a graphic designer and had, I think they had actual heart palpitations when they saw how many different fonts were on each page. There's like 12 fonts per page. There's letters capitalized in the middle of words. There's red text on black background, which like even I know is like the one thing you're not supposed to do. And it is a thing of fucking beauty. It looks like a GeoCities page that like your slightly older cousin made in like 1998. And you're like, wow, my slightly older cousin is so cool.
Yeah, my speed is about 1998 as far as like technology and computers go, so that makes perfect sense. I'm still watching Rocco's Modern Life. I'm eating Wheaties with Shaq on the cover. When Shaq was
is Shaq still on the cover?
No. Wheaties on the cover, on the box.
Yeah. Wow. I wish that like no, that's stupid. I was gonna say I wish that cereal came with liner notes, but like you get the back of the box and like really what would they say?
They put like mazes and find the thing that's out of place in this picture, like cereal. When you were a kid, cereal had all the fun things on the back of the box. I don't know if they put fun things on the back of the box anymore because kids are like, I'm gonna play with my iPhone.
I think probably.
Cereal in the morning.
I don't have proof of this, but I bet now on the back of this, the really shitty sugary cereal boxes, I bet now they just have like.
You mean the good cereal?
I bet it's just like a little tab that folds out and it holds your iPad so that when you're sitting at breakfast with your family, you can ignore them by just looking at the back of the cereal box, and you can watch like PewDiePie or whatever that motherfucker is and be like, wow, you know, my life is really great because of these other people playing video games that I get to watch.
Or it's like...
Or people taking shit out of boxes. I think those are the two things people like to watch.
Oh, love that. They love it.
People like to watch other people playing video games, and they like to watch other people taking things out of boxes, or they like to watch other people putting makeup on. I'm sensing a trend.
Yeah, that's the unboxing things are so weird. My nephew will watch the most fucking ridiculous, stupid shit on YouTube, and they have like millions of views, and he could just do that for the rest of his life and he'd be a pig and shit. I'm like, don't you want to like, I don't know, why don't you like make one of those videos yourself? Or don't you want to go fly there? You're watching a video of someone flying a drone. Don't you want to go like fly a drone and take cool pictures and see what like, no, I'd watch this guy fly a drone. I'm like, why? That sucks. That's boring. it's like Idiocracy. I feel like he's gonna end up in the recliner with a fucking toilet hole in it. The recliner in the toilet. You never have to get up. You can just shit right in your recliner and watch YouTube videos all day. In my day, we cared about whose ass it was and why it was farting.
Obsolete. I told you about how I used to get in trouble at Newbury Comics because of that DVD.
Oh, yeah.
I used to always move it out of comedy into documentary, and like I think I probably got not reprimanded, but like 5 times they were like, "Stop moving this. It's comedy." And I'm like, "Is it though?" And that was like
satire.
That was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. It's gotten worse.
How so, Amber?
Oh no.
Yeah. You know about mirror neurons? You've heard of mirror neurons?
Mirror neurons?
So mirror
Tell us
neurons.
about mirror neurons, right?
I will. I'm a neurologist. So mirror neurons are in your brain, and they are activated when you are like watching someone else do something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not quite this simplistic, but essentially, as I understand it, if you are watching somebody use a spoon to eat, the parts of your brain that use a spoon to eat are like kind of slightly engaged, or it might just be more related to emotions though too, where it's like kind of an empathic thing where if somebody's sad, your mirror neurons are what like help you feel empathy. Anyway, I'm oversimplifying this, so please no phone calls. But so I feel like we live in the age of like probably like, well, it's weird though, because I think empathy's kind of gone by the wayside, but as far as this like only observing other people doing things and not actually wanting to do them yourself, maybe we've gotten some sort of like dopamine feedback loop with these mirror neurons now, where people really just want to like watch other people do things and somehow they're satisfied with that. But like I can't imagine like
there are certain things that I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
There are certain things such as, you know how when you're trying to manipulate someone into liking, if you're at a job interview, there's that whole psychological aspect of if you mimic a person, it will get them to like you, or sometimes you subconsciously will do that if you are like into someone. You know, you lean on the table with your elbow, so I lean on my table with the elbow. That's triggering mirror neurons too. So it's this whole well, I'm gonna copy that person, monkey see, monkey do kind of deal. So those are stimulated when we're mimicking one another, which is how we definitely learn to adapt and do things. But I don't. Yeah, it's gotten a little bit muddied in this day and age. Mirror neurons, like, are we just? Because the concept of a mirror is like you have a solid image, and that's the reflection. But I feel like it's just a reflection of, you ever go into those bathrooms with the mirrors that like there are 3 parts to them and they open up and you can look in them and there are millions of you?
Yeah, recursion.
Yes, thank you. I feel like that's kind of what's going on. I'm not really smart enough to explain it any further than that.
Now that's honesty in advertising. Dude, we are only at exit 17. I gotta poop.
What exit do we normally get off at?
How's Mr. Pickles doing back there?
She's eating something.
Is it a shoe?
No. Oops. I think she's just licking that newspaper.
That's fine.
She might be eating the newspaper.
That's fine.
Okay. Good, because she's eaten a little bit of it already. I know it wasn't important. Sorry.
Yeah, we did not put the test pressings in the back of the car. They're in the trunk.
It's probably the smartest thing we'll do all day.
She did eat like a quarter of a bag of apple cinnamon rice cakes, though.
Oh, God.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that she's really not supposed to have. I mean, like, there's some sugar and some salt or whatever.
Yeah, there weren't.
Dogs eat fucking trash. Occasionally she gets into stuff.
There weren't that many in there. They were mini rice cakes at least.
Yeah, it's fine. I've seen her eat some weird shit. If she can eat a stick. How do dogs like sticks so much?
smell like Worcester Mag. Maybe she'll have the answers to the crossword puzzle.
She'll poop out the answers.
Actually, you know what? The last one we did, we got all the answers to it.
My neck is killing me.
Yeah, mine too. I actually should probably put the back of my seat up better.
I'm pretty sure that I have like a slipped disc or something in there that just gets agitated from time to time and like pops out of place. Because ever since that accident, I'll sneeze and I can't like breathe without it hurting for a week. I'm getting old. Not really, just battered. What are you digging?
Newspaper? Oh, that's okay. You can read that.
Well, I guess that's all for episode 2.
We're almost there.
Not soon enough.